From online beefs between his sister and baby mama, to his baby mamas dating each other and kissing in public, Von's family is a hot mess. King Von's tragic death back in August 2020 was a blow to his family. The rapper had already bought his mom house and a car, was taking care of his sister and her child, and had multiple children with multiple women who he was also caring for. However, after his death, his family descended into chaos. To understand why this has happened to King Von's family, I need to tell you about his sister Kai B and her role in all this King V's family drama.
And the other night you were spotted by King Von's sister.
Yeah, I had no idea who she was.
King Von's sister Kai B has been trending on the gossip blogs and podcasts, especially after her brother died. Well, lately she has been beefing with the one person who is never afraid of disrespecting Von, Charleston White, a YouTuber and social commentator known for his outspoken views, has been dissing King Vo and even calling him a demon.
Von gone. Ain't no more Von. It's over with for Von. He king. He is in hell where he belongs, burning with the rest of the demons.
According to White, Von got exactly what he deserved in an interview with DJ Academics. He argued that V deserved to die because he was a known killer who killed his fellow black people. King Vo was known to be a killer. White told Academics, a man who killed black people, a man who was accused of killing a black girl. He's celebrated, right? You got celebrities who take pictures in front of his mural. What about his victim's family? Why don't you all ever speak for them? He went on to complain about V being successful by rapping about his murders and that more attention should be given to the victim. White was likely referencing the 2014 shooting in which Von was arrested in connection to the death of Malcolm Stuckey and the injury of 2 other men. Charges were dropped in 2017 after witnesses failed to testify that idol is a demon, a self-proclaimed demon. It continued, I don't ride with demons. When did black people start riding with demons? Homie, we got grandmothers, pray mothers who say, son, bless your food before you eat it. So I'm looking at this and everybody is siding with King Vo. What about these victims over here who nobody is shining the light on? So these people are hurting. They don't have a voice. They don't have nobody who can say man them, but they saying King Vo because he's been accused of killing their people. Well, Caleb B decided to go after Charleston White after years of dissing his dead brother. She took to X where she revealed that she had just run into White and decided not to attack him because cops were around. I just seen that the Charleston White, whatever his name is, I would have beat his ass. The police was right there. Char White clapped back with his own exposed where he addressed the situation and added a hilarious caption saying, Dear King Von's sister, I want to kindly remind you that your tough dead brother was slumped at a club in Atlanta, Georgia for trying to fight a little skinny. I'm sure you want to join the hump in the ground gang for thinking you're tough too. I also want to remind you that I embrace your brother's killer with love, admiration, and appreciation for killing your brother Charleston. White was referring to the brawl that left King Von dead from a gunshot wound. CCTV footage showed V approaching fellow rapper Quando Rond and punching him to the ground. V's guys joined in and started raining blows on Quando as he tried in vain to get away from his attackers. In a split second, one of QU's homeboy, who was later identified as Lil Tim, appeared from behind their vehicle with a gun in hand and started letting off shots as everyone ran away. V was hit on his torso. He would later die from his gunshot wounds. While in hospital Charleston, White didn't hesitate to remind Caleb B the painful incident he also took to his Instagram, where he continued to diss KBB saying, Tell King Von's sister that I have bisexual hands. We would have been celebrating Pride Month together, and in an interview, White revealed that if Kayla had put her hands on her, he would have reiterated in kind fashion.
She don't want to hit no nigga that'll bite her jaw and scratch her face up like a girl. I scratch her face up like a girl, my nigga. And I bite her jaw where she'll permanently have a bite mark.
It seems like Charleston White isn't the only one of her brother's ops that she is antagonizing. She also went after Von's biggest rival even when he was alive, NBA Youngboy. KBB called out a man wearing a Supreme t-shirt featuring NBA Youngboy on it in a video and captioned it, Who knows this man who walks around with another grown man on this shirt? She also labeled him an obster and a weirdo obster. He with the ops.
Obster, he with the ops. Obster, but look at him. Obster, he look like an obster. Obster, weirdo. Who walks around with another man on his shirt? He's a weirdo.
This wasn't the only time she taunted NBA Youngboy in 2023 during her birthday party. The DJ tried to play Youngboy track but was quickly shut down by V's sister. Many speculate that King Vo was wrapped up in a contentious feud with NBA Youngboy ahead of his 2020 passing. As it turns out, it was V who had started the beef while on Instagram Live. V called out Youngboy for lying in his lyrics.
Youngboy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On this man. Like cap. You got cap in your rap.
Apart from insinuating that Youngboy was lying in his lyrics, King Von was rumored to have a fling with Youngboy's baby mama. V went on social media to fuel the rumor, which was disrespectful to Youngboy. First, V tweeted, "Wouldn't believe the female. I just made a hit with V. Must have been clout chasing using Youngboy's name since he was pretty big at the time." It was not long before photos of him and Youngboy's baby mama Ja surfaced on the internet. Things got even crazier when Von's girlfriend. At the time, Asian Doll took to her Instagram to confirm the R that Von and JNA had slept together. According to her, she had seen the DMS between V and JNA, and there was something going on between the two. She even revealed that their excuse about making music was nothing but a lie. Youngboy had already gotten wind of the rumor and had taken it as disrespect, fed up with V's antics. Youngboy took to social media to clap back, posted a photo on Instagram with the caption, "I'm going to make sure my son, sure, your daughter since you trolling." Since V does have a daughter, it was pretty clear who Youngboy was talking about. KB. V hasn't only been looking for trouble with his late brother's ops, she has also gone head to head with the mother of her brother's child. The initial conflict between King Von's baby mama Kima and his sister KBB erupted on social media, setting the stage for a public feud that would captivate fans and followers alike. It all began with a seemingly innocent photo posted by Kia shared a photo featuring King Von's children, but notably cropped out his nephew Lil Tony. This act did not go unnoticed by Kayla B. Lil Tony's mother and King Von's half-sister Kayla took to Twitter to express her outrage, accusing Kia of intentionally excluding her son despite her "my baby was cropped out of a picture because of jealousy. V treated my baby like his own." Kayla B's tweets were filled with anger and frustration. She accused Kia of being petty and disrespectful, igniting a heated exchange between the two women. KMA, however, defended her actions, stating that her post was meant to focus solely on V's kids and not his nephew. Kia responded by saying, "On God, if Kayla wanna go there, we can. Ain't nobody jealous of no kid, bro. Cropped him out cause I was speaking on Vanan kids. That's not his son, even though you made it seem like it is. So I took him out. What I posted ain't none more to that." But the conflict didn't stop there. Kima went on to accuse Kayla of pretending that Lil Tony's father was not involved in his life, which led V to step in as a father figure. She claimed that Kayla lied to V, making him believe that he needed to take on a role that wasn't necessary. I think it's sick as hell that Lil Tony has a whole dad that helps take care of him, and you used to lie to Von as if he didn't used to be helping you. Von felt sorry for you, bro, and my mama Von called me and told me that he thought you ain't have no help, but you were lying. Kia posted KMA's accusations grew more serious as she alleged that Kayla had stolen King Von's hard drives containing unreleased music. She claimed that Kayla's actions were an attempt to destroy V's legacy and that all of V's belongings should rightfully go to his mother. She stole his hard drives with his other music. You're trying to destroy his legacy. Everything that's V's belongs to Von mom. You so rich, why stealing from your brother? That's sick as hell. V's baby mom also accused KB of telling V that their son was not his biological child, and she accused her of being jealous, this coming from the same lady who told my son not his. You was jealous. I had my son on Von. Birthday called me weird instead of being happy. You had a nephew, which is why I don't with you, and never will be on the other hand. Kayla B replied with a few tweets of her own where she accused Kia of cropping the child out of a photo to get at her. I never heard about no music being leaked, making it seemed like I had to lie so Van could do when he did and was gone, do whatever. Especially if I asked, never told me no. Even if he said no, first I still got it. KBB posted the Twitter spat between Kia and KBB laid bare the deep-seated tensions and unresolved issues within King Von's family. On the other hand, Ka has found herself in other online beefs because of V, and in one case she went at it with Von's ex-girlfriend rapper Asian Doll in the months following King Von's death. Asian Doll continued to honor his memory. She got tattoos dedicated to him, released music that paid tribute to their relationship, and frequently spoke about the impact he had on her life. Her dedication to keeping his legacy alive was evident, but it also sparked controversy. Some people felt that she was using his death for attention, while others believed she was genuinely grieving and trying to cope with her loss. The mother of King Von's son Kima felt that Asian Doll was overstepping her boundaries and using King Von's death to gain clout. This led to a heated confrontation on social media, with both women airing their grievances and making shocking accusations. It all started when Kima posted a message on her Instagram story in a response to a clip from Asian Doll's Instagram Live. In the clip, Asian Doll spoke to her supporters and acknowledged that King V was one of the most handsome rappers she was involved with. However, she dealt with a lot during their relationship. She proceeded to say, "I had that look, what I dealt with. Come on now, use your head. I'm not going back down that road. I'm not dealing with nobody who I just feel like it's just F, just like crash out and pass away. That's stupid. I'm going to go get the next lit cute rapper who is in beef and who's just like, nah, we ain't doing that. Kima responded and said, my baby daddy didn't crash out and die, he served his purpose in life, and when God felt like it was his time, he called him home. It unleashed a series of tweets where Asian posted old tweets. From Ka speaking on King v Asian, then explained and said, I said I'm not dating nobody who feel like going to crash out cause I can't deal with another death stop stalking me, but you wish death on him and said, you hope he died when he left your, now you sick dumb, now look at you. Asian Doll isn't the only one of V's exes that Kima has gone viral with in a clip that shocked everyone. K was recorded getting cozy with one of V's baby mothers. A video circulated online of V's two baby mamas, Kima and May, making out in a club. Word on the street is that the two may be in a romantic relationship. Kia actually came out to confirm that she was the one in the video and defended her actions, saying, girls kiss all the time, it's no big deal. KMA's relationship status also became a topic of discussion online when she revealed that some of V's friends were trying to make a move on her. Kima also went viral when pictures of her confirming that she was in the army surface at the moment she's pursuing a master's degree in business administration and staying out of drama. While the women in Von's life have been beefing and making headlines for all the wrong reasons, his friend and brother Lil Durk has also been in some sticky situations because of Von's death. Lil Durk after King Von's death.
If Lil Durk looking for me, I ain't hard to find.
Lil Durk and Von were considered brothers. In fact, Durk was responsible for Von's breakthrough into the music industry. However, just like Von's sister, Lil Durk has had to endure his fair bit of drama with Charleston White. After Von's death recently, White took to social media to diss Von and taunt Durk by posting photos posing next to King Von's killer Lil Tim and playing his All My Life collab with J. Cole. He also added a caption dissing Von and praising Lil Tim for killing the Chicago rapper. I actually met this great young king and shook the legendary hand that pulled the trick to slump and hump. King Vow, my life has been blessed with abundance. Ever since that day, I connected with the spirit of God's angel, aka the Demon Slayer. I love and honor this young. Right here, he's a hero to Thega Nation, we smoking on that. Von packed tonight, thank God for L. Tim the post read when a commenter tagged L Durk Charleston White replied that dope fiend in rehab, referencing Duro's recent rehab admission. This isn't the first time Charleston White has gone after Lil Durk. One of the first attacks against the Chicago rapper involved accusing him of snitching on.
Lil Baby, they unfollowed Gunna.
Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he beat this.
Charleston was referencing the shooting in Atlanta, but had seen Von and Durk arrested and charged for on February 5th, 2019 at around 5:45 a.m. Alexander Weatherspoon sustained a gunshot wound, but survived. On May 4th, 2019, King Von was arrested in connection to the shooting. And on May 29th, 2019, Durk surrendered himself to the authorities and was hit with 5 felony charges. These included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault on lock, AWOL association with criminal street, gang to conduct or participate in crime, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. In late October 2022, all charges against Durk were dropped according to multiple sources, including Durk's lawyers. The case was dropped due to insufficient evidence. Durk's lawyers pointed out that their position was always that Durk was present at the crime scene, although he was never involved in the shooting at the time his charges were released. V had already died, which led many to believe that Durk may have told on V. Many people were confused by the sudden turn of events because of the stack of evidence against the Chicago rapper. According to the female witness, a fight broke out in a car that was in front of them. The witness then said that she saw Durk pull out a firearm. At this point, she was forced to run for her life as she ran around the building. She heard shots fired. She later saw the victim in a pool of blood. This means that she did not see who fired the shots. The detective also revealed that they had obtained surveillance footage showing Durk's hand sticking out of the SUV and firing his weapon at Weatherspoon.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim.
Shocking court documents may reveal whether Durk ratted out his friend in a statement released by the Georgia DA Fani Willis. She revealed that if co-defendant Devin Bennett, aka King Von, had not died in 2020, he would have been indicted for this incident. This statement sent the industry crazy, so according to the DA, if V was alive, even if all the evidence to this point revolved around Durk, would still have been charged and Durk would have gone scot-free. Did not make sense, especially the guys from O-Block. According to them, if was present when V committed the crime, yet he did not report it, Durk would have faced the same consequences even if he did not commit the crime. Therefore, for him to have all his charges dropped, he must have given the authorities some information.
If I'm with you, we do something, you don't report it, but you know I did it, and you don't report it, we go on about our life. You are as liable as to the case as I am. What I'm finna go down for, you finna go down for, unless when you get in this behind these doors, you tell me something that I don't know. and then probably a little bit more.
The theory was that Dirk had told on V and passed all the blame on him since V could not defend himself. Dirk was allowed to walk. However, there was a general feeling that Vaughn was set up long before he died. One of the incidents that proved this was when one of Lil Durk's lawyers, Nicole Mormon, while posing as airport security, was rumored to have searched V at an airport, an incident that V caught on camera. It turns out that Nicole worked with the state for nearly 5 years as a felony probation officer and specialized task force agent, meaning she could go undercover. The plan seemed to be to get VAU in serious trouble and portray him as the dangerous one between him and Dirk. That way Dirk would walk and Vaughn would end up in prison apart. From that, Dirk had hired good lawyers for himself, while VAU was being represented by public defenders. Surprisingly, while Dirk was accused of snitching on his best friend, he was also accused of ordering the hit on someone who had disrespected King Von's mural. This was none other than FBG Cash. When Vaughn was killed, Cash decided to take a photo next to the mural showing his middle finger. However, instead of having kind words for the deceased rapper, he captured the post saying "whole world." Witnessed your main sniper get his splat. This stunt did not go down well with V's guys, and especially with V's best friend Lil Durk. Lil Durk decided to stick up for Vaughn by warning Cash in his song Computer Murderers, where he raps sneaking pics by Von Mural, like Lil Bro won't come out and spin. Seemingly enjoying the attention, Cash would use Durk's beat on Computer Murderers and continue dissing King Von. Singing Vaughn got his ass clapped. You had us thinking he was stressed. Cash was loving the cloud as it was building his music career. He even started trolling his ops in interviews. In one interview, he was asked about his infamous stunt at King Von's mural. He responded by saying that Lil Durk had told him to do.
I think at some point you take the picture in front of O-Block, in front of the King Von mural. So what was going on with all that?
Dirk told me to do that.
Dirk told you to do.
It was only a matter of time before his ops would catch up with him. And a warning from Dirk on social media gave a clue as to what was going to happen next. Dirk had taken to Instagram to warn him, "Don't diss thing if you be lingering and chasing. Won't end well." That's March, the Instagram story read. It was no secret that Cash was a ladies' man, even bragging to have dated Chief Keef's mom at some point, even though Keef was an OP.
It was some shit that had happened with me and Chief Keef's mama, and that just put me over the top, like, as far as, like, people want to know who I am.
What happened with his mom?
Like, I used to with her.
Cash didn't heed to any advice, and soon he was in the news on the 9th of June 2022. Cash was picked up by a female friend and headed for a nightclub. After the club, the rapper took her to a friend's house to sleep with her at around 5 hours in this morning. Cash drove the car home with the girl in the back seat. According to her, she was tired and wanted to sleep a few minutes later. Cash stopped at the stop sign on the 1600 block of West 81st. When a car cut them off, 3 men jumped out and opened fire. Cash exited the vehicle as he shot back. However, he was soon overpowered. Cash was later taken to Christ Hospital in Oak Lawn, where he succumbed to his injuries. There's wide speculation that Dirk had ordered the hit since he was too famous to slide on his ops king. Von's family has faced a lot of adversity after his death, from his child's mother fighting with his sister online to his best friend being accused of snitching what lies ahead. For Von circles, only time will tell if you enjoyed watching this video. Click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.